Welcome to the Degenerate Gamblers. The Degenerate Gamblers. We are live broadcasting from
a leaky
someone's
bar.
basement, where right above of us is the women's room. And I just got some really sweet hair gel leaking from the fucking roof. Yeah, this is gonna be good. It smells really good though, so I got a good chance tonight. Anyways,
let's start strong.
Dude, it's a wild week. Wild week with everything, ton of sports this week. The main thing that we got to talk about right off the bat is baseball, because
we're both Yankee fans. It's a rough day in Yankee land for us.
It's rough. It's rough because we were
high.
According to last night,
putting all these fucks on the internet.
Yeah,
which is everyone on the internet.
Yeah. Don't ever, and I tell everybody on our other podcast, Cash Daddies, don't listen to anything on Twitter, the internet. You're just gonna dumb yourself down, which is, I'm sure you're pretty dumb already listening to this show. So, look, last night I got a text from my buddy who's a lawyer, and his other buddy's a lawyer, and he confirmed that, oh yeah, Yamamoto is going to the Yankees. They're signing a deal right now. And then this ass clown from the Pat McAfee show, you guys know who he is, Ty Schmidt, whatever his name is. He came out and said, hearing from very reliable sources that Yamamoto to the Yankees is done. 9 years, $326 million. Being told Godzilla Mitsui helped push it through. What a crock of shit.
Fucking jerk off.
Honestly. You know, to hear that from this clown, and then to, about 30 minutes later, it came out that he signed with the Dodgers.
Yeah, and the final deal is 10 years, 12 years, $325 million. And what we're hearing is that he went to the Dodgers and said, hey, I want to play for you. They said, all right, how about 10 years, 300?
Yeah, it's like 10
and
years.
And then he went to the Yankees, said, hey, I want to play for you. And they said, okay, we'll match it. And then he went to Steve Cohen and he said, all right, I'll give you 10 years, 325.
It was close.
And then he went back to the Dodgers and was able to get.
Yeah, he went back.
They just went back and forth, and he used the Mets and the Yankees as leverage to make more money with the Dodgers, and I can't blame him, but I still can be mad about it.
And I'll say this. I'm going to come out and say this. Steve Cohen, you're turning into an ass clown.
Yeah.
You really are turning into the dumbest shit that the Mets have ever had. That's saying something.
And I will say it's not necessarily good for baseball, Steve Cohen. I think it's good that there's another guy willing to spend a lot of money, but if he's going to spend all this money, his team needs to perform, or else it gives leverage to all these small market teams who don't have millions of dollars. Like, yes, you do. You have all this money. And it just gives them more backing to be able to say, no, we're not going to spend the money because, look, when you spend all this money, you have the highest payroll, like the Mets, and they're still not winning. So if he's going to spend all this money, they need to start winning.
Steve Cohen spent an enormous amount of money the last couple of years. Guys like Scherzer, what's his name? Went to Houston. Verlander. All these guys spent a ton of money. They got worse. Got worse.
But then they traded away, and then they got better.
Yeah.
They were performing up to the standards, which says that the coaching staff, the front office, the behind the scenes of the Mets.
It's not like
not working.
Baseball's not like Division I football where the portal helps you, where free agents, you put 20 free agents on a team, you're automatically going to win it. Nah, man, you got to have a good farm system. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And this does hurt the Dodgers. And look, if the Dodgers can't win with this team, it's karma. That's all it is, because they're stacked.
It's karma for what?
It's just karma because of their Dodgers. The Dodgers suck. It's an LA team, shitty sports town. It's a bunch of fucking Ozempic taking, LA pedophiles. Go to LA. It's a child actress actor. And find a director. You'll be walking funny for the next 5 years. But anyways,
sad.
It was brutal last night. Baseball news. It was brutal. And this guy. Well, I woke up when I did watch the Pat McAfee show. And it was funny because this guy, Ty Schmidt, was just getting raked through the coals, man. I mean, New Yorkers were like, I hope you jump in front of a train today. They went a little too hard.
No.
And you tell the guy was shook. The guy was definitely visibly shook. He's probably never going to come out and comment anything on a possibility the rest of his life.
Because he's not a reporter.
No, he's not.
He's just a guy who heard something.
He's like us. He's a podcaster. You get good news, you get bad news. Yeah, I was pissed because I actually thought I had heard some decent information last night. I mean, I was like, yeah, my buddy called. He's a Red Sox fan. Maybe he did as a joke. Now that I think of it.
Well, then he fucked me too because you texted me and I was like,
yeah, I think we got
him.
him.
I'm not seeing it.
I think we got him. I go, yeah, I just got it. My buddy talked to a lawyer. The guy does do work for the Yankees. I think he was full of shit, obviously. But anyways, Yamamoto, all we can hope for is
that he has to have surgery.
Torn labia. Torn labia. Maybe he's a chick. We don't know. He could be. It is LA.
If he's not now, he might be.
It's a possibility. But anyways, so that leaves problem with that is there's no more pitchers. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do.
We don't have a fifth string pitcher. We just don't have one. So, there's talks of getting Gumby back. I don't know how I feel about that, but now Dylan Cease there's lots of pitchers on the market, and that's what everyone was waiting for. Everyone was waiting for Ohtani and Yamamoto to get contracts, and now everything else will start moving. So
yeah,
in the next couple of days, we're gonna see some pitchers move.
Yeah, you're gonna see some action.
Blake Snell, Cy Young winner, still isn't even on a team. So
yeah, we gotta get someone.
Yeah,
I mean, we just have to get somebody. We have to get some pitching.
Yeah.
But that was the big news yesterday. I woke up in a bad mood, just pissed. I think every Yankee fan in the world was pissed because we thought we had this guy. I mean,
this was, I will say, one of the first times that Steinbrenner and Cashman were, we are getting our guy. And when they are set on getting their guy, they get their guy.
Yeah.
It was like that with Cole. It was like that with Judge. It's like that with anyone they really want.
Used to be that way.
This is a weird feeling that we don't get the guy that we're saying we're getting.
I know. It's kind of like you're losing cred. The Yankees are losing street cred. We need the ghost of George. The old man's got to come back and, I don't know, maybe
start yelling at everybody.
Yeah, give his kid
a fucking fire everybody.
Give his kid a heart attack. Let somebody else come in because I don't like Steinbrenner. I don't like Al Steinbrenner. I don't.
I don't really have feelings on him. I don't like Cashman.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how much pull he's got. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh, he's got all the pull. Him and Steinbrenner grew up together.
But I kind of think, yeah, maybe that's why he's still here. He's not gone.
They've been buddies since they were
obviously
in their 20s.
Well, yeah, he's been there since then. Back when he was winning chips in the 90s.
But they him and Hal grew up together in some sort of very close way. I forget what it is, but
I don't know.
Anyway, can't talk about baseball anymore.
We're gonna move on, man. We're gonna go right from from Major League Baseball into college football.
Bowl season, baby.
What a week it was. Oh my God. So
win some money.
Listen, man. I started off not good. I mean, I started off the first 2 days. I was probably hitting 30%, but then something happened, and this was, I believe, it was Tuesday. Western Kentucky played Old Dominion, and I put it out. I put it on Twitter, put it everywhere. I put it out that I liked Western Kentucky in the over. Over was 51, 52. It wasn't very high. And Western Kentucky was, I think, I just took the money line. I think they were -2.5, something like that. You can look. But bottom line was, very first play of the game, we fumble. They run in for a touchdown. Second play of the game, we throw an interception. They score. It's 14-0. First quarter.
Easy. So
second quarter, things go worse. 21-0. Second quarter, we're down 28-0. 28-0. And I got a little substantial jack on Western Kentucky. I got the over. So it's 28-0. And I look down, and the money line is now plus 3,000. Plus 3,000. So I said, what the hell? Sprinkled a little bit on the money line, put it out, bet the money line. Western Kentucky's going to come back. They switch quarterbacks, put in a big 6'6" kid. He's a beast. We score 28-7. Third quarter. Old Dominion scores again, 35-7. So money line's now plus 1,600. Hit it again. And then, bam, we just start scoring and scoring. We tied it up, 35 all. We go into overtime, stop them, get the ball, and hit a field goal. And, I was talking to a couple of guys that I work with, and we hit that thing at plus 350, plus 780, plus 850, plus 1500, plus 3000.
If that's not the definition of degenerate, I don't know what is.
That's degenerate. That's just called chasing it. But it was a deal.
That's fucking chasing.
That's chasing. But it was a deal where I really felt they had a better team, and that if they could score a couple, get a break, and they did. They intercepted.
Second half team.
I felt they had a good chance. And, I didn't care what the number was, 10,000, but I just felt they'd win, and they came back and won.
I like the gut feeling.
Yeah.
So who do you like this weekend?
Well, tonight, in 15 minutes, we have Georgia Tech playing Central Florida. And all of the opt-outs on both sides are pretty much defensively. Now, these two defenses are weak to begin with. Georgia Tech and Central Florida, they give up a ton.
What's the over-under?
Right now, the over-under, it started at 62. It's up to 66.5. I still took the over. Over 66.5 in the Georgia Tech Central Florida game. The Georgia Tech was originally plus 4.5. They're plus 6.5. I like them. I like the coaching staff at Georgia Tech. I think this guy's turning it around a little bit.
What's his guess on the score?
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if you see like 45-41. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going way over. Georgia Tech is plus 6.5. Central Florida's favored. This is a game coming up. I'm sorry, it's at 6:30, so it's in 40 minutes. I like it now. I figured out the facial recognition. Look, make a little face. Bam! There's some bets.
I know he started it last week, but 2 weeks ago, I was like, they don't need my face. I was like, they have everything else.
I know, man.
They have everything below the belt. You might as well give them your face.
Yeah, I'm turned to a goddamn conspiracy guy. But I changed the parlay. I got Georgia Tech plus 14.5 over 60 because you can use alternate spreads and it's still minus 101.
I like it.
I got another one here. 2+ TDs in all 4 quarters. So it doesn't matter who scores them. If there's 2 Ds a quarter, it's plus 230. I love that one.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like that one a lot.
I like that one a lot. So yeah, we got Georgia. We got that coming up tomorrow. Holy shit! Tomorrow we have a ton of bowl action.
All right, give me your top 3.
So let's go right here. We go into tomorrow, and then after this we'll get into college hoops. But tomorrow, NCAA football. We start right off the bat at noon with Arkansas State at Northern Illinois. That is the one game I really don't give 2 shits about. I've looked at these teams. They're both like 6-6. Northern Illinois is out of the MAC. Arkansas State out of the Sun Belt. Both very average. I just think the game's in like Louisiana, Alabama, somewhere down south. Alabama, I think. And I think Northern Illinois, the MAC, these kids, they like to get out of the North. I think they're more pumped to play this game. Our MAC has been successful so far. You had, I think they have either 1 or 2 victories postseason. They play hard. I would take Northern Illinois plus 2.5 in that game. But just a little bit, man. Like $1 on it. I don't like that game. I just don't.
All right, so we're not going to touch that one.
No. But the other game at noon, there's another game at noon. So you got to have at least 2 TVs or you got to have the multi-screen or something because the other game at noon is a game I love. I love. Troy State, the Trojans.
Oh.
Out of Alabama. They're playing Duke. Duke's picked up their football program the last couple of years. Problem is their head coach is leaving and their quarterback is headed to Notre Dame. They're not playing tomorrow. They lost a few other people. Troy State has one of the best defenses in the country. Their quarterback, his name is Gunner.
I love it. That's such a baseball name.
What's his name? Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
And this kid can toss a pigskin, man. I like him a lot. Troy State is minus 7.5. What I did here is I bought a point. I got it down to minus 6.5. I think it's minus 130. And I just like Troy State straight up. I like them. I think they're going to beat Duke tomorrow.
Sometimes it's safe to just take the money line.
Yeah, just take the money line. That's minus.
Don't get fancy with it.
That's minus 275. And I also like this parlay. Okay, so you take Troy in the back of your head because at the 3 o'clock tomorrow, 3:30 game, you have the Armed Forces Bowl. The Armed Forces Bowl. And James Madison, who had one of the best years in the world, and the NCAA said you can't go to a bowl because you're going from 1AA to 1A. They finally somehow legalized it. I don't know. They got a judge to, what do they call it? Restraining order. All my old girlfriends. Anyways, so you have the Armed Forces Bowl, which is tomorrow at 3:30. James Madison is -1.5 playing Air Force. How do you bet against Air Force in an Armed Service Bowl? You can't. They come to play. This is their war tomorrow. This is it.
This is their war.
This is their battle, man. They're coming in to smack James Madison.
If they win this game, they don't have to get sent abroad.
Well, I don't know about that. But, I mean, these guys are used to, like, flying jets at 7,000 miles an hour.
Let's just play a silly little football game.
Trying not to hit the Red Sea. Holding on to the ball, not fumbling, that's not a problem for Air Force.
Just got to get to the red zone.
They're disciplined. They run the triple option. You're going to see run up and down. I think this will be a good game, but I love Air Force plus the 1.5. I love them. I think it's the over-under on this game is 40.5. So I see a low-scoring game, man. I think they're going to control the ball. Look, it's an armed force. It's Army, Navy, Air Force.
Where is it?
The game is, I looked it up earlier. Fuck, I can't. It's somewhere up north. It might be in Colorado. I don't know.
Is Colorado up north?
I would say it is. Northern Midwest. Hell yeah. Compared to like Alabama or, one of those.
I guess.
But anyways, it wouldn't matter if it was in Hawaii, if it was in the desert, if it was in Alaska. It's the Air Force, man. These guys that's what they do. They just show up. They don't talk. They don't get penalties. They're disciplined. And I think they're going to smack the beat down tomorrow. I'm excited. I like Air Force. So what you could do, you could take Troy, money line, Air Force, money line, and then all of a sudden you're at plus 178. $100 brings back 178. I like that. I like it a lot.
Seems simple enough.
So, those are two bowls to start right off the bat. And then we go into one at 3:30, another one, and this is another doozy. It's the Idaho Potato Bowl, which is in Boise, Idaho, on that blue field. You got Georgia State, who's lost their last 5. Look at these. Look at that.
I got really excited to go to the bathroom.
Well, yeah. It's those Mexican fellows. They got out of work today, and they're raising hell, man. Let's get some chicas up in here. So we got Georgia.
That's up there.
Yeah, up there, yeah.
Making on you.
Hell yeah. And I do have a Hispanic fetish. Let's not get off task, but I love Hispanic girls, man.
Sure.
They're amazing. But so anyways, you got at the Idaho Potato Bowl, you got Georgia State out of Atlanta. They've lost their last 5 in a row. Last 5 in a row they have lost. How the hell did they get in the ball? How they get in the ball? They're playing Utah State, who's I think they won their last 3 out of 4. They're pretty solid. This game's up north. Georgia State does not want to go up there. They don't want to play up there. But Utah State is -1.5. I like Utah State. I like them a lot. I think they have a good chance of winning this. So that's it, man. Let's go Utah State, 3:30, beating Georgia State. I'm all over it, man. I'm all over it. I think Georgia State's screwed. Then, 7 o'clock, we go to the Ventures Bowl. You got South Alabama playing another MAC school, Eastern Michigan. You got South Alabama. They are -17.5.
Jeez.
The Jaguars.
Jeez.
They're a good team, and they're playing a MAC school.
You think they'll cover?
I don't. I think that's too many points.
Yeah,
this is a MAC school.
That's baiting me to take the
Yeah,
plus 17.
They're a good team. They're solid, but no, man, I like the 17.5. I'm going to stick with the MAC. Let's stick with that MACtion, baby. I think, they may lose by 10, 13. As long as they don't lose by 17, you're a winner. I like that. Then we go into 7:30. We go to the Las Vegas Bowl. This is wild. You got the final team leaving the Pac-12, Utah. They're playing Big Ten, Northwestern, who had a decent year. They had all those problems with the coach. They got fired because kids were hazing. You football players in certain areas of this country, you just can't give them like wolf ball bats and send them into the showers. It never works out, man. It never works out. Something happened there. The coach got fired. But Northwestern had a pretty good year. They're getting 6.5. This game drove me nuts because I watched Utah all year. They didn't have their starting quarterback, but they had a great defense.
I just like Utah and Vegas.
Yeah, man.
We're not going to have any fun in Vegas.
You throw a bunch of Mormons in Vegas.
They're going home at 10 p.m.
I don't know about that.
Well, more so than the Hazers.
Dude, this could be a sloppy game.
Do you take the Mormons or the Hazers in Vegas? Can
you imagine playing a bowl game in fucking Vegas? If I was a quarterback, you'd have to be like, give me an intravenous in the morning. You'd have to I would have to have a handler.
Those IVs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure I woke up on time. You'd have problems, man. So they're playing Vegas. They're playing in Vegas, Utah, Northwestern. Northwestern's plus 6.5. I don't like this game because I can give you a reason both will win. Utah has great defense, good athletes, couple guys going to the NFL.
Don't have to touch every game.
Yeah, I don't like this one. They could win by 6.5. Northwestern controls the ball, played some good teams this year. They're plus 6.5.
And then what we got? Hawaii?
I'm not laying that game down. We got the Hawaii Bowl. We're going in the late night now. Now you're going to the late night. You got Coastal Carolina and San Jose State. We got to talk about this game. Did you see what happened to the coach from Coastal Carolina?
Tell me.
This is beautiful. So anyways, Coastal Carolina is plus 9.5. They're losing some players, lost a quarterback. A little bit of craziness happened out there yesterday. San Jose State, run and gun, up and down the field, minus 9.5. I'll tell you what, I like Coastal Carolina getting the 9.5, plus 9.5. So here's what happened with Coastal Carolina. You can't take an East Coast team and send them to Hawaii without something happening. You just can't do it. So what happened was this guy, the head coach.
Take a pause for a second because Howie is so old. He clicks his camera.
I know.
And then clicks the photos instead of finding the photo.
I could just go to the top. I don't know. So
please continue.
Head coach from Coastal Carolina, Tim Beck. Yeah. Tim Beck goes out to Hawaii. And so Coastal Carolina has a dance team. Just every school's got a dance team.
Mm-hmm.
So they're excited. They're out in Hawaii. I mean, college kids, if you're on the dance team and your football team's got a bowl in Hawaii, how pumped are you? We're going to Hawaii, baby.
Yeah.
Free hotel, free meal. So the dancers all had a special bikini day where they all wore the same color.
Just blue bikinis.
And here's the problem. It's Coastal Carolina. It's not Syracuse. These chicks have teeth. They have actual body. It's not like, they're not playing Northern Michigan where, you can't have a bikini day. They don't even make bikinis that big. So the head coach, look at the head coach. All he did was took a picture. His shirt's off. He's at the beach. He takes a picture with the girls.
I don't know who looks better, the girls or the coach.
Dude, that's what all these milfies, all these milfs were like, the coach looks good. So he got all kinds of shit from who the hell knows. Like, you can't do that. It's very immature. And he basically said, fuck you. He said, look, any person with a...
Did he get in trouble?
No. Too many people supported him.
I bet you all the players, all the dancers, all the coaches were on the
Yeah, they're not strippers. There's the picture.
They're just on a beach.
Yeah, they're not strippers. These are college girls. I don't know if he is or not. But I'll tell you what.
Because the only person who probably should be mad is his wife if she cares.
She wouldn't give a shit. I mean, come on,
That's not like
no, it's not.
What's his name? Who was fucking Urban Meyer?
Oh, Urban Meyer got caught like boofing one of the or the guy from.
That's so different.
My favorite was Ed Orgeron from LSU. The guy couldn't speak. He could talk like the water boy.
Oh yeah.
They won a national championship. Edwards like, fuck shit, yeah. That guy Ed was like, he brought strippers to practice. Like that guy was breaking every rule. But that guy was hilarious. He was
did they win?
My favorite. They won the national championship.
Maybe.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Maybe that's the answer.
Do you remember when he talks about it in an interview? He said, yeah, they brought me in after the strippers and everything. And he goes, they sat me down and said, we're going to have to let you go. Here's $10 million for your buyout. And they said, how'd you feel about that? I was like, all right. Thank you. Then he went down to the Keys for like the next 12 months and just,
$7
Probably-
million only takes you so far in the Keys.
yeah, like for the next 120 years, you could just make a bad decision every night and pay for your intravenous. That's why I'm not a Division I coach, guys, because you would definitely have heard about
That's
me
why.
now. I would have been making very bad decisions. So that's the week that we have in college football.
Want to talk NFL?
Yeah, we're
We
gonna
got
go.
some Christmas games.
We're gonna go. No, we gotta talk college hoops first. We're gonna save NFL for last because NFL that's the granddaddy. We gotta wait. We gotta go college hoops. So college hoops this week. We had a really good week college hoops. The big one was Radford. We took Radford money line $260 plus $260. I wish, but we hit that. I think 2 nights ago.
It was 2 nights ago.
Yeah, and Wofford won. They won by 1 point.
Yeah, that was something.
Radford. We also hit Wofford. They covered.
Yeah,
They didn't win.
Wofford.
They covered. Both of them. I like the Wofford Radfords. I do every year. They play tough. I like them tonight. I got to play on them tonight. I can't even. There's too many games. But I like them tonight. I think they're plus 7.5 playing. I can't remember, but I like the money line.
We come prepared.
They were like plus 210. You know how many games? There's literally
A million.
Yeah, there's
too many.
There's like 200 games, and out of 200, I like 40.
Guys, I like gambling, but college is, especially basketball, there's so many, it's so hard to keep up. That's why he's your guy.
Yeah. You follow. That's what I do, man. I just follow college games. I find out where they're playing, when, what. Tomorrow, I'm gonna. Before it gets off of my mind, tomorrow, University of Massachusetts is playing out west in Hawaii. I think they're plus 2.5. I love them tomorrow because they're coming off a loss.
UMass, particular?
Yeah. Hit both sides of it yesterday.
Nice.
Also, you have like tonight you have Marquette, who's coming off a big loss, and they're playing Georgetown. I think they'll smack the piss out of them by about 25. Clemson is playing Queens. Did you even know there's a college called Queens in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Oh, I thought you meant Queens College.
Yeah, if it was Queens College, that line would be 78. Yeah, I saw on here. There's a game. Some Division I school's playing Medgar Evers.
Medgar Evers?
Yeah, where is that? Bronx, Brooklyn.
Why do I know Medgar Evers?
It's a college. I'll tell you why I know it, because when I played college ball, we played them. I had like 28 against Medgar Evers. We beat them by like 60. They were bad. They're gonna get spanked tonight. Oh, shout out! While we're thinking, shout out Cortland State Red Dragons. My alma mater won the national championship last Friday night. We went ballistic. They won the whole thing. There was no line on it. Thank God. But anyways,
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Medgar Evers is in Brooklyn. It's Division III. They're playing some in Division I school tonight. And no, there was no line on it. You can't.
Yeah.
The line would be 70. That score is going to be 110 to like 45. It's a CUNY school. Can't really toss out a lot of NIL money there. You know what I'm saying? College hoops. Tomorrow there's about 50 games. And what you have now, and this is why I gotta get the Discord and the Patreon up and rolling.
He says that every week.
Yeah, tomorrow. Doing it tomorrow.
Sure.
Because what we have over the next 2 weeks are tournaments. We have tournaments in Alaska, tournaments in Hawaii, tournaments in Orlando. There's tournaments all over the country over the next week, right around Christmas, and there's just going to be some great games.
New Year's.
New Year's.
It
goes
days,
right through. And then we get into league play. And then we start whittling down who's going to make the tournament, who's not, what seeds are we looking at. It's going to get exciting. You got to remember, I actually picked the national championship last year, UConn. I picked them in like December when they were plus 1,500. This year, I like Clemson in a lot of different ways. I like Clemson. Got them at plus 3,000, plus 1,500. Now I think they're plus 800 or plus 400 to win the ACC, I believe. They're down. But they can compete with Duke and North Carolina, both of those. So fuck it. Let's get into the NFL.
Ooh.
No, we got to get the NHL a little bit. Because you went to a game the other night. Last time we were here.
Devils won in overtime. Fuck the Bruins.
Yeah, I'm glad.
That was fun. And then the Devils ended up losing the next game in overtime, but whatever, we get the point. man, these Rangers, I can't stop watching these Rangers. It's painful to watch, but they're just so good. And
good.
They score a lot of goals every single week.
Yeah.
They're an over team. That being said, because they're an over team, it's always high. So I think they're 50-50 on hitting the over and hitting the under, which is always a really interesting stat to look at. And it's important to watch how it moves over the course of the season, because in the first half, if you'll see a team hit the over, 65% of the time, that line is going to change over the course of the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be too high.
Yeah. And then
Vegas will jack that up. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Lines move not because of Sharpies. They move where the money's going. If there's too much money on an over, they got to bump that thing up so that people start betting the under so they can even it out and they don't get crushed. It's all algorithms, baby. It's all algorithms. It's a big word for me. It's a big word.
I think one of the big stories of the week was Ottawa. They fired their head coach, DJ Smith, and they hired, what's his name? Jacques Martin. Do you know that name? He has not coached in the NHL.
Geez, a guy in the NHL named Jacques?
For 12 years. He is 71 years old. He has not coached in a long time. And
71 is not bad. He's not wearing a diaper yet.
Yeah, they just have different styles of play. He was coaching in the 80s when hockey was a very different sport. So I think the conversation now is, can he keep up and coach this style of hockey, which is speed and skill? You don't really use that brute strength as much anymore, which is also another very big storyline the past 2 weeks in hockey is, these cross checks.
Is there less hitting than there used to be? Is the NHL getting pussified like the rest of the leagues?
To an extent, but the problem is how in football you're kind of seeing this very big shift. You can't even touch the quarterback.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Hockey is somewhere in the middle where you're having this let's hit better, but you're not really getting these hard hits as much as you used to. If someone from the 80s were to look at the game now, you wouldn't really know how to market it. Because you think hockey is all fights and hard hits, and you don't necessarily see that as much anymore. You're seeing,
how do you hit better? That's interesting because that's something that
it's similar with football, like targeting. You cannot target in the way that they used to. You can't go for the head and the neck. You have to hit in a certain way.
Someone should explain that to my uncle's wife. Jesus Christ! Imagine if we all knew how to hit better. What a beautiful world this would be. But no, it's you look at the NBA, you can't touch anyone, no more handshake, no nothing, no physicality anymore.
Yeah, it's not a big hit league in the NHL anymore, and
we gotta get back to it.
They, one thing that's being said is that guys don't know how to hit, or guys don't know how to get hit, but that's the problem. It's now guys don't. You're shifting the blame to the person being hit. When in reality, we have to learn how to hit properly. So that's one of the bigger problems, especially with Dylan Larkin last week and Matt Joseph on that.
Fight?
That really bad hit. And they've had history before.
Yeah.
But that's what makes these neck and head injuries are really problematic. Yeah.
I think as long as you don't smack somebody with your stick, you should be okay.
To an extent, but then you hit them like this, and then their head goes in. It's just
they're wearing helmets. Jesus!
Isn't it crazy that they used to not wear helmets?
Oh my God! How about back in the 60s, 70s? These guys wore no helmet. None of it. They had no teeth, no helmets. Half the league had one testicle. You're gonna lose a testicle every 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe for you, chicks with no teeth. Okay, now we're talking.
But there are a couple games to watch this week that I like. There's a lot of games this weekend with holiday, but I think my favorites are Jets Bruins. Bruins at Jets. Over unders 5.5. The line's -1.5 for the Bruins. I kind of like that. I would probably take the Bruins straight because the Jets are on the rise. They're a team to look out for.
Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, I like them. I like Vegas Panthers. That over under is 6.5. And it's Panthers -1.5. And that's an interesting game, too, because it's in Florida. And the Panthers are they hit the under 60% of the time, which is pretty high.
That's huge.
And Vegas is 50-50. So
wow, 60%, man.
So I like the under at 6.5.
If you're betting that all year, 60%, you're making money.
Yeah.
You're making money.
Yeah. And then the other one I love, a little biased, but I also think it's going to be a really good game. Detroit at New Jersey.
Head coach of Detroit. Where do you go to college? Cortland State, baby. Yeah, that's right. A1 Contractors. What up, dog? How about C-State? Yeah. Head coach from the Detroit Red Wings. That's where he went. National champs.
There we go.
Greatest school in the world. We're like a cult, baby. We're like
Clearly.
one big cult.
But I like the over for that game. It's 6.5, which sounds high, but the Devils hit the over 65% of the time. They're like a classic over team, and the Red Wings hit the over 60% of the time. So I think that's going to be an interesting game. I'm hammering that over at 6.5.
All right, man. I'm going to have to sprinkle a little on that too, man. I trust you in hockey.
Yeah, and Ottawa, with their new coach, they're still trying to figure it out, but they're playing Pittsburgh in Ottawa. I kind of like the Penguins at -1.5.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to have anything figured out soon in Ottawa, but they're it's something to watch. New coach is always something fun.
I'm excited. I'm slowly getting into hockey, man.
Hockey's fun. As long as you figure out what offsides and icing is, then the game is a breeze.
Icing. That's what I used to call
Okay.
Sunday morning on my balls. All right, K-12 right here. Pro sport is about making money. Now it's not. Yeah, you're right. It's all about making cash, baby. Absolutely, man. A1 Contractors rocks. Grew up with all my boys in Cortland. Best town in the world, man. Best fucking town in the world. Love that town.
Sure it is.
I was there for like 6 years. Remember like 3 days of it, but I know it was fun.
Six years?
Yeah.
6 years for college?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
I had a learning disability. It came in the form of a 12 ounce. Yeah, it was a good time, man. Awesome time. But anyway, so is that it with the NHL?
Yeah.
That we're looking at?
Let's
Rangers are still in the league to
Yeah.
win the whole thing?
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah.
All right.
They're number one team in the league, and they act like it.
All right. Well, looks like we're going into the final stage of the Granddaddy, the National Football League. Got some games tomorrow. Got some games Sunday. Got some games Monday.
There's not too many games I like, to be honest.
You know
Maybe
what?
like 4 that I actually want to talk about.
Look, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm betting the Jets this weekend.
Oh my God. Also, we need to talk about how wrong Howie was last week and how I fucking told you so. The Jets and the Giants.
Was I wrong?
Yeah. So,
Dude, I think the Jets and the
so
Giants, I think they lost together something like 71-7.
Oh, it was so bad. I couldn't watch it.
Wasn't it 71-7? They got spanked. Those games
The
both.
Jets didn't put up one. They didn't put up
They were
anything.
fucking horrible.
It was really bad.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing a commercial with Tommy DeVito in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Tommy Cutlets.
Just throw what's in it.
We're doing I'm not supposed to talk about it, but anyways, I'll see Tommy in a couple weeks.
Nobody's watching this anymore.
Yeah, yeah, man, but it's going to be a good time.
Speaking of the Giants, it's Giants-Eagles.
Let's talk about Tommy Cutlets firing his agent, basically.
He did?
Hell yeah.
No.
He fired Guido. He
Aw.
did. Basically what he did, he's keeping him, I guess, kind of like just to do his contract shit, but he hired a marketing outfit to do all of his. And he, look, here's the deal with this dude. A lot of pro athletes are pissed at him because they're like, he's coming up with Tommy Cutlets, he's coming up with everything he can. He has to. He's not that good. He knows he's not going to be in the league long. Make your money now, kid. Make your money now so you have something. So I do a little commercial with him in 2 weeks. I'm excited about it.
What about?
I kind of want to talk about it. Yeah, I'll get in trouble.
Okay,
But it's a really big pizza chain. Let's just stop right there. Stop right there. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. I wouldn't do
Dr.
Domino's.
John?
I would not do Papa John's. Did you say Dr.
I know, I was
John's?
trying to put some respect
Yeah,
on
can I
this.
order a Dr. John's pizza? Yeah. I have a rash right now. What do you have in your pepperoni? Do you have any penicillin in it? I had a rough night.
Padre Jose?
There's a lot of different pizza chains, but anyways,
Okay.
it's going to be a good time.
All right, let's talk
go
about
ahead.
the football games
Yeah,
and
talk
let's get
football.
out of here.
Talk football.
I like Giants-Eagles. I think I don't think the Giants will win, but I like them to cover because I think they're giving the Eagles a little too much. They're at -12, and the Eagles don't have it fucking figured out.
That's too high. Yeah, you're right.
It's
NFL is
much.
too high.
Take the Giants at +12. I think that'll that'll do you well.
Tommy's good for a touchdown or two.
Sure. And I really, I think the Eagles have locker room problems. They say they're not committed enough, and then Jalen Hurts came back and said, he's like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, everything runs through me. It's all my fault. And it's like, yeah, that's, as a quarterback, what you should be saying.
Yeah.
But he was clearly not in the state of mind to be doing a post-game interview when he said that initially. So it was interesting. So I think the Eagles don't have it figured out. I don't know when they'll figure it out. I don't think it's going to be this week. And if it is, it'll be second half. So I like Giants.
Yeah, I'm rooting them on. I'm rooting Tommy D. Tommy Cutlets. Let's go, baby. Have a big week so you can at least play one more week in the NFL. I'm excited.
Yeah. Pats Broncos, I also think is easy money. I think you hammer the Broncos.
Come on. The Pats are done.
Yeah, I think
giving up.
I think the Broncos are -6, which I think is, if that's right, I think that's easy. I think the Patriots are.
Where's Billy Belichick going to end up next year?
Chargers.
It does.
Yep. So everybody's saying. Or, you know what? And this being said, I love my Raiders. Wouldn't surprise me.
Raiders, they just hired a coach, man. They're going to keep that dude.
They do not like this man.
Really?
Yeah, he is interim. That being said, if they win this week over the Chiefs,
they still got a chance.
That's a talk for keeping Antonio Pierce. I love him. Before it was Josh McDaniels, who was a jerk off and a half. I can't fucking stand him. I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah,
but the players hated him. They were requesting trades. They didn't like him. And now Antonio Pierce is a coach to play for. They enjoy him. They love him. The energy he brings to that locker room.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders have an energy that they haven't had in years.
But they got to go to Kansas City
and I like the Raiders +10. I like it. I like it a lot.
For the NFL, I'll be honest, it's a lot of points.
I think the Chiefs have locker room problems too. I don't think they're figuring it out the way that they need to be. They're not at the caliber as what they should be. That being said, the Chiefs own the Raiders. Since Mahomes has been a Chief, they own the Raiders. But this is, I think, the lowest that they've looked, the Chiefs, in years. And they still look great. But I'm just saying, I think the Raiders +10.
Travis Kelce's got to get his head out of his ass. He really does. He got to get his head out of his ass. Travis, stop thinking about pussy. Come on, man. Keep your head on the ball. Keep your head on the ball. Taylor Swift, maybe she's a freak and we don't know.
I'm sure she is.
She might be an absolute.
She's been around the block.
She's
been around this block.
Really?
Do you know that street? It's a very famous street for Swifties called Cornelius Street.
Oh, right here?
Yeah. If you ever walk down that street and see a purple door, that's where she lived for years.
Taylor Swift did?
It's a very, very big deal. You'll see people walk down that street and take pictures in front of that door.
Jesus, God, I don't know. Maybe she's a freak. I mean, Travis Kelce, he used to have a bunch of wild stripper girlfriends, but
Do you remember the dating show he had?
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right, last game of the week before we go.
Oh, God, here we go. And I'm on the opposite end of this one.
Really?
Yes.
No. Let's go Niners, baby.
God, they're playing in San Francisco. So
I like money line.
-5.5 is a lot of points to give Lamar and the boys.
That's what I'm saying. I like the money line. I'm taking them straight. Go Niners.
I will say this.
I think they are a better team at every side of the ball.
We finally have a good matchup.
Yeah, this is the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl picks that I have picked in like week 5.
Hey guys, not to interrupt, but you want to hear a bunch of Mexican guys fighting in the bathroom? Hit him! Kick him! He said, oh no. I don't know, you never know what's going to happen. I'm not going to go break it up. I will say this though, I'm not going to lie. I came in, I thought these guys just had a day like racing an aqueduct. Tallest dude came up to my waist. I was like, holy shit.
You should just learn something in Spanish.
There's some funny dudes, though, these guys. They're having a good time. They busted their ass all day long. They work. They should be able to drink.
You don't know what they did all day.
No, yeah, they work construction. I talked to them when I came in. There's like 5 of them. They're busting their ass. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You're in New York City. You work construction. Raise hell. Most of these guys fucking.
Shut up in Spanish.
Nah. Oh, jeez. No. I didn't. Nah. I don't feel like getting knifed. I got a show tonight.
Nah.
But anyways, look at this, man. Jordan Poole heading back to Golden State tonight. So, yeah, I know, man. Draymond needs to get back. I love Draymond.
We talk about NBA, but we will next.
Dude, what are they doing? It's like they're having a little orgy right there on the. There, they're going
I was
upstairs.
just about to say, do you know?
Put your pants up, fucking Jose. What the
Nobody needs to
hell?
see that.
I know. That's crazy.
What happened to your other ball?
Yeah, put your clothes on, man. We don't want to see that. Yeah,
You
tonight.
too, Howie.
I'm usually naked. I got my clothes on tonight. Straighten up a little bit. But yeah, man. Yeah. We got to get Draymond back in the NBA. I miss him. You know, there's nothing worse than these reporters. Like, he's got problems. Psychologically, he needs help. He doesn't need help. Dude, back in the 80s and 90s, he would have played soft. Everybody was bitch slapping guys back then.
Did you see Steve?
I love
the
Draymond.
coach. He was like, you know, the player he is, I love, but the Draymond that punches people, that's the guy that needs help. Those are the same fucking guy. That is the same guy.
Well, I think it was Shaq that came out and said, no, man, he just plays hard. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, you know what?
Keep it together.
That's it. We're going to be firing up this Discord. I'll do this shit tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
I got time.
Howie's going to live stream a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll be live streaming some tomorrow because there's tons of games. There's so many games tomorrow. So we'll be live streaming, talking a little about some of these bowl games, a lot of these college games, some NBA
be out
games,
all day tomorrow?
NFL. I will be out and about tomorrow. Yes.
All right, Howie's going to post a little on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll be posting a little bit on Christmas and Sunday.
Yeah.
So follow the Instagram at _Degenerate_Gamblers. All right.
That's my ex-wife calling me.
Oh, no titties today?
I know. Sometimes she sends me a booty pic. You gotta love ex-wives.
Yeah.
They're cool. As long as you pay them every now and then.
Have I ever done with
Have I, what? Boobies? I've never done with
No,
boobies.
paying her.
That's my life. Oh, no. I'll be paying her till I die in my grave.
Ah.
Yeah. You gotta take care of your ex-wife, man. Kids, just pay, whatever she needs. I'm all about it, man.
And she just needs you to look at her booby pictures.
Yeah. Just, it's all about self-esteem.
Sure.
Self-esteem. I'm here to help.
He's here to like the photo. To thumbs up the photo.
Yeah, like awesome. Good job.
She's like,
Great rack. All right, guys. We will be in touch this weekend. We got a lot of shit coming. We're
We will
pumped.
live stream certain parts of the weekend, so stay tuned.
Peace.
Merry Christmas. Happy.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Happy whatever.
Jesus.
Go Niners.
What the fuck are these guys doing, man? Got Pedro and Jose